Hey, what's up, everyone? Back again. Just wanted to go back in time. When people suggest me videos for DSP, and videos that really get an understanding of the person. Now, we all know he's an e-beggar. That goes without saying. But, like, as for a piece of shit, people tell me this is the video that I need to see to get an idea of what kind of person Dave is. It's about when his ex-girlfriend Pandalee went to the hospital because she had a breakdown, and it was called Emergency. So let's go through the video. It's my first time seeing it all the way through. I've obviously heard references to the story. I'm going on, so I'm going to shut the hell up. And let's watch this video.
Okay, so I go to the hospital.
Oh, God.
And I walk in to the front main area because I don't know where to go. I don't know if they brought her to emergency. I don't know if she's going to be admitted to the hospital. I don't know what's going on, how serious this whole situation is. I have no idea. Okay. Fly Eagles Fly. Shout out to Fly Eagles.
Let's turn it down a little bit.
Just subscribe to the channel, actually.
Oh, that's amazing. Over the tannoy.
So I walk into the hospital. There's an information desk. It's completely empty. There's no one sitting there. You can tell there's 4 chairs, no one there. I guess because it's Sunday, no one works at this hospital or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm looking around, I'm pacing back and forth. What do I do? Who do I talk to? Finally, I find a phone. It says, "Oh, lift this phone for information."
This animation is amazing.
Hello, is this who is this? Can you help me? You know, my girlfriend.
Hello, who is this? I've lost my girlfriend. The young one. She's about 17. Have you seen her?
I think she's in the hospital somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, okay, what's her name?" I give her the name, and like, "Okay."
It's Pandalee. Pandalee Games. Have you heard of her?
Okay. Would have been nice if, you know, there was a fucking human working instead of me having to find a random.
It's human on the end of the phone, you dickhead.
So, okay. I get I go through the lobby, I go to the emergency. So, again, I walk to emergency. Now there's a line, and I'm like, well, these are people who are hurt. What do I do? So I get in line, but I'm looking around.
You kick them out of the way.
5 minutes, and I realize to my left.
Do you know I am on DSP? Get the fucking line.
Way over here, on a tiny little sign, not even like apparent, little sign. It says, visitor check-in. I'm like, wow. If only there was a big fucking sign so everyone would know where to go when they walk into this hospital instead of this
You saw the sign. It did its job.
Tiny rinky-dink sign you can't even see from the
rinky-dink sign.
So if I get out of the line I'm in, I go over there, talk to a security guy. You know, makes a copy of my license, checks me in. He says, okay, she's down there. She's in room 28. I said, so what's the deal? He says, well, it says here, you know, she had another anxiety attack. Well, not another, because they don't know that she's had them in the past. She says she had an anxiety.
Did they, like, drive this girl to have, like, panic attacks and issues like that? Has he, like, brought her down that much? Like, can you imagine a conversation in a bed with Dave, Lowe, talking about membership goals and sub goals? Fucking hell, I think I'd probably be in hospital too.
Anxiety attack. Apparently she's drugged.
Oh, fucking hell, look at that animation.
A doctor to kind of come in or whatever. I guess a doctor to come in.
Look at her chin.
Or no. Actually, I take that back. He said no. He did say that. He had told me there was a doctor that was checking her out or something like that. And I was like, okay. So,
it's pretty standard
I go,
in a hospital.
I go all the way to the back of the emergency.
Look at the dead people.
She's conscious, but she's kind of loopy. They did something.
Look at her face, dude. That's harsh.
Or something, because she wasn't no panic or nothing, you know, no anxiety or nothing. She was just like, oh, like loopy, like this, right?
Oh, loopy.
So
never tell your girlfriend she looks loopy under any situation.
Happens.
Trust me.
Because it happens every once in a while. And now this is the worst one she's ever had, so maybe that she has to.
Look at her bubble. He's having a go at her because he's had to take a taxi in and he was streaming. It's costing him money.
See, you know, her doctor and try to get some kind of thing to take care of it, because the bottom line is with anxiety attacks, they suck. The reason that they suck is there's really no way to cure them.
It's Patreon goals.
There's things you can do, like for example, you could try a certain kind of breathing, or if there's someone who's like constantly has mental issues and is having these problems.
Mental issues. He's gonna. Oh no, he's not. He's not gonna like go into a private hospital where his poor girlfriend is sick, and he's gonna detail it all. No, even DSP is not that much of a bastard.
They could go on an antidepressant, but that's not the situation here. The situation is every once in a while she just gets one, and now it's like a tizzy. You got to try to calm her down.
A tizzy.
Now in this case, they drugged her. So she got drugs. She was woozy or whatever. So I sat there with her, and I'm not even kidding. We sitting there waiting.
He jumps in bed with her.
I guess they told me that there's going to be a counselor that's going to be coming in and talking to me about this and what happened or whatever to make sure I'm all right. And then, we can't get any further help or diagnosis until this counselor comes in. Okay. All right. So.
Can't get further help or diagnosis until the counsellor comes in. Right, yeah, because it's a panic attack, so counsellor is what she needs to find out why she's having panic attacks. Don't see what the issue is.
Oh, we're sitting there, and I look down, and on her lap, she's on a hospital gurney or whatever, sitting there in the room. On her lap is a brochure. I said, "What's this?" I pick it up. Finance, how to pay. Finance. I'm like, you're in the emergency room. Like, they already gave you a way to pay the bill?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, imagine if you were here and you had your arm chopped off and your arm is fucking splurting blood. Before they start suturing it, do they hand you the payment brochure first just to be sure you could fucking pay? I couldn't believe it.
DSP in DSP fashion, even back in, what was this, like 2015 or something like that? He's reaching like a motherfucker. It's just like, just trying to pull it in. It's like, if my arm was chopped off and I got told how to, you've always got to pay the bill. That's life. We all know that. Everything you do costs. So they offer you a finance option. So they give you a brochure that tells you how you could get finance. Because obviously American healthcare is different to ours. Yeah, everyone has personal finance or personal insurance. So yeah, so I don't see why he's surprised. But obviously when Dave sees money leaving his pocket, he stresses the fuck out. So now he's in a hospital bed with pandalee and they both need to see a psychiatrist.
I was like, if that was me and I was sitting in an emergency room, I'd be fucking offended that they would hand me this up front like that. Seriously, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm insulted that you hand me a payment fucking plan already. I mean, this is ridiculous.
No moment has he said about how he cares about pandalee.
So, we wait there. How long? No, let's see. How long did we wait? Let's see if people can take a guess. How long did we wait? Did we
fucking
wait
ages, like
10
everyone.
minutes? No. Did we wait 20 minutes? No. Did we wait 30 minutes? No.
An hour?
Did we wait 40 minutes? No. Did we wait 50 minutes? No. Did we wait an hour? No. An hour goes by. No one can come.
Look, she's still zonked out, bless her.
Nothing. We're just sitting there doing nothing. And we're like, well, what is this? Are we even aware or what?
Do you know the people it was references about having their arms chopped off and blood splurting everywhere? Well, funnily enough, they're a priority. They probably had to get the psychiatrist or whatever you call a counsellor, depending on where you're from, to come in especially to the hospital to see her. They won't have one on site. That's not how it usually works that I'm aware of. So she'll be driving in a car to come and help. And all the people in the hospital are looking after the ones that got their arms chopped off, etc. But that's too slow for Dave because he's kind of a big deal. Hurry the fuck up.
What's going on here? And, at this point, she was starting to get hungry because now it's like around the time that we would normally eat.
She's starting to get hungry.
And we're like, God, this is no good. Now we'll be starving or we have to figure out what's going on. So I said, okay, let me leave and go find someone. So I leave the room and I walk down the hallway and there's like a desk at the end of this emergency room hallway. And I say to the girl there,
little snort.
Oh, excuse me. My girlfriend is over in room 28. And, she had a panic attack. They drugged her. And we need to know what's going on. We're wondering, is there a counselor coming or whatever? Because we're in the dark. We're just standing here. We're not even sure what's going on.
You're not in the dark. You know a counselor's coming.
Looks at me like this and says, I don't know, and no one here knows anything.
He knows he's not in the dark. He's waiting for a counsellor. The problem is he doesn't want to wait. At no point, he's just left his girl. There's a bit that annoys me here, right? Despite pandalee being the complete annoyance that she is or was, he still has shown no concern for the girl. She's had a fucking panic attack at work. She's laying in bed, zonked out on pills. He's all thinking about himself, as per usual.
I was like, wow, what great help, right? But she says, so go back to the room and press the call button. Then a nurse will show up, and the nurse will be able to tell you what's going on.
In other words, go back, look after your missus, and shut the fuck up.
She actually said that to me. No one here knows anything. Okay. This is great. I know you're loving this story. I'm loving this story.
Oh, it's a great story.
Okay.
Look at watching him jerk off.
I go back to the room. I tell Leanna, listen, you're going to have to buzz to find out what the hell's going on here. So she buzzes, and we wait. And we wait about 5 minutes. It wasn't too bad. Nurse comes in. Woman, she says, what's wrong? What's going on? And Leanna says, well, no, she's still groggy. So she can barely talk. She's like, oh, nothing. I just want to know what's happening here. Is, are we waiting for a counselor, a doctor, or whatever? And the
He
woman
is
looks
such
at
an
us with, like, a
inconsiderate,
look of
self-centered
scorn,
bastard,
right?
isn't
A
he?
look of scorn. And she's like, you've only been here like an hour and a half, and we have other patients. And I'm like, what kind of fucking place is this?
A hospital.
Like, you're gonna talk down to the patient who's been waiting an hour and a half, and no one's come in to tell her the status of what's going on, and she asks, and you get angry, and I'm like, what the hell? So I said, listen, I said, we're both hungry. She needs food. She hasn't eaten today. So the woman says, oh.
Where does he think he's at? An all-you-can-eat buffet? It blows my mind. He's still talking about himself. I'm sitting here silent, and I should be commenting, but I'm waiting for him to turn around and say, hey, baby, are you okay? You've had a bit of a rough fucking day.
Okay, I'll go get you some food. So she leaves. She comes back with a turkey sandwich. It's like turkey on rye bread with a piece of lettuce and a piece of cheese and like a packet of mustard and a couple saltines and a apple juice and like a little. The apple juice looked like it was like a yogurt cup. I've never even seen apple juice stored like that before. And a string cheese. Now, Leanna hates string cheese.
So who's gonna have that?
Sandwich. So she ate some saltines. Good. She got something in her. And there was water there too. I gave her water. She didn't want the apple juice. So we gave her the apple juice.
Oh, Dave. So he's complaining that the food's not great in a hospital. The same hospital he doesn't want to pay for. It's not a McDonald's. You know, the job is to get you in there, fix you up, put a plaster on you and get your ass out for the next one. It's not a hotel, Dave. And I can't believe he's eating a dinner. You're probably thinking to yourself, dead meat, you've seen a million of these videos. How come you can't believe it? I mean, how low can you go? This dude is low.
Whatever. All right. So now we wait again. We're waiting and waiting. So anyway, I forgot to tell you, before the nurse left, she said, the counselor is coming. You just have to wait. You have to wait because there's other people here. I'm like, wow. Thanks.
Yeah.
How long did we wait for the counselor? What do you think? Did we wait an hour and a half? Yeah, well, longer than that. We wait an hour and 45 minutes? Okay, maybe we had 2 hours? Yeah, no, longer than that. Almost 2.5 fucking hours we sat there.
That's standard.
Okay?
That's standard.
To come into the room. The counselor was an elderly woman. You could tell she was probably in her 60s, white woman. Comes in with 2 pieces
white woman
of paper.
What the fuck does that matter?
Hi, how you doing? Are you in pain? No, that's good. You're still having anxiety? No, that's good. Okay. They gave you some drugs, right? Yeah, okay, that's why you're calm. That's why you're woozy. It's because you're on the drugs. So here's 2 pieces of paper explaining what anxiety attacks are. Have you ever had an anxiety attack before? And I'm like, so they admitted her.
Dave's going to give us some great advice.
They bring her into the emergency room. They administered a drug, and no one even asked.
Why does she look like a penis? Why is she sitting on the floor? Whoever drew this, he should be receiving an award somewhere on live television. This is fantastic. I shouldn't be laughing though, because this is Dave punking his ex.
Her when she was brought in, anything at all. They had no basic information whatsoever about this thing. So
just left her in the dark.
She might have been having a life-crippling anxiety attack where she's gonna fucking, lose her mind and be mentally lose her shit.
Lose her mind, mentally lose her shit. Now, if I'm right, she left him after this, didn't she? Fucking hell, man. You would, wouldn't you? You'd get home, you've just had like this traumatic experience to a degree. And then you're on YouTube being absolutely slated by your husband or fiance or whatever he was at the time. You'd be fucking livid, wouldn't you?
And she comes in and asks, did you ever have an anxiety attack before? She's like, yes. Are they usually like this? Well, I have them, but this is the worst one I've ever had. Oh. Well, do you have a doctor? Yeah. A primary care physician? Yeah. Well, we recommend that you go see your doctor then. I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking for real? What's
Dave the doctor got a problem with?
So, you know, there are different ways that we can help with stuff like this. Primarily, what it is we recommend you don't take any drugs at all. You just wait it out. Okay. Now, obviously, just waiting it out doesn't work in the situation that Leanna was in, to the point where they called the paramedics. The paramedics recommended drugging her. So this woman is obviously a fucking buffoon. Okay. And then she says,
obviously, all those years to become a doctor, but you're a buffoon. Dave, the YouTuber, says, "You're a buffoon. You're a buffoon." I just can't stop like listening to him berate people. Still doesn't give a fuck about pandalee. Just berating people constantly. I'm wondering why people are not running around like at his every whim. Like he ring a little bell and everyone comes in and saves him. Like, come on, Dave.
so typically you should just wait it out, but you know, there's other ways you could do. If it's something that happens all the time, then you could do antidepressants, and that's a long-term medication. But since it doesn't happen all the time with you, usually we just have this, what we call kind of an emergency pill.
Okay. Let me just go into it a little bit. I'm sure most people know, not everyone's like Dave. But when you have like anxiety and depression, there's not one pill, there's loads of pills. And it's a process. One, to find the right pill for you. Two, to make sure it's the right dosage. Okay? And the emergency pill he's talking about is probably like a beta blocker. So if you're getting anxiety out in the middle of town, you can take a beta blocker and it'll calm your nerves down, basically. So like it's not just, she's not going to walk in the room, lob a load of pills at her and kick her out. That's what Dave doesn't realise. It's a process, dickhead.
Where if you ever have a bad attack, you could just pop the pill, almost like an EpiPen. It's like an emergency issue where if you have
beta blocker, beta blocker.
That EpiPen, and it solves the problem. So same thing here. You have a problem, pop the pill, right, and it'll cure the problem or whatever. But obviously she goes, but we don't recommend you do that all the time because, as you can see, you are tired and loopy, and you don't want to be that all the time, right? And I'm like, this is the most like stupid. What's the word I'm looking for? Patronizing woman I've ever heard in my life. She's given zero useful information whatsoever, and we waited 2.5 fucking hours for her. Okay.
She told you to go to your doctor and get yourself started on whatever he recommends, i.e. antidepressants or anxiety pills or both, to start the process. And she says don't go around with your EpiPen jabbing it all the time because it makes you woozy. It's like a break in an emergency until you get sorted. So dramatic. You should be on stage.
By the way, I'm not done yet, but I want to give a shout out to Smart Weirdo 95.
No.
2,000-bit cheer. Thank you, Smart Weirdo 95.
He did shout outs and took tips while shitting on his missus.
He says, I've been watching since I was in middle school. Now I'm in college. Thanks for entertaining me over the years.
Oh,
Thank you very much, Smart Weirdo. That's really appreciated. 2,000-bit cheer is awesome. And obviously, he is the cheerleader today for the stream. Okay.
It's a cheerleader.
So,
fuck.
She literally says, okay, well, I'm done. See you later. And she starts walking out the door. I was like, whoa. What's going to happen now? Are we still staying? Are you going to get a doctor? What's going to happen here? And she says, I guess I'll go talk to the doctor. And then she leaves.
What does he want? What does he want?
American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system we have, right?
It's the same everywhere,
Dave.
Dave.
Guess how long that we waited? Guess how long that we waited, folks? About another 20 minutes, I would say. About another 20 minutes, we just sat around doing nothing. So now for a grand total, we've been in this place for almost 3 hours.
3 hours? That's good.
Finally, who comes in the room? The doctor, right? The doctor comes in and says, oh, let's see. No, the nurse comes back in. The same nurse that gave us the sandwich. Oh, well, we had your blood pressure monitored this whole time. Your blood pressure looks fine. Everything looks good. She turns off all the machines. She says, okay, you can go. Wait, that's it? So you're not going to prescribe a medication? You're not actually going to do any tests?
He gave her an EpiPen, Dave. An emergency beta blocker EpiPen. You've got the medication. She's told you to go to the doctor and get started on the pills. What does he want? Like some kind of voodoo? Does he want him to... What do they want? Yeah, I mean, you can't put a bandage on it, can you? It's not that kind of thing. He's so self-centered.
You're not going to do anything. That we just waited 3 hours. All you did is you gave her a pill, which you could have fucking done, and just left her somewhere. There was no reason for her to come to the
Like a little
room
dick on the
whatsoever.
pavement.
They did nothing. They
I shouldn't
actually
find that
helped her in any way
funny.
besides give her a pill. So we wasted over 3 hours in this emergency room. That was it.
Wasted.
And then we're like shocked. We're actually shocked that this is it. This is the whole treatment that we got. So we're walking towards the front of the hospital, and there's this area here that says, if you are, being, what's the word? Discharged, you have to stop here.
Oh,
So
the
we stop
picture,
there,
the
and woman
discharge
gets you, and
picture.
She looks around the corner. She says,
Oh,
"Hi." She says,
no.
well, did the nurse give you the paperwork that said what you're here for? And we're like, yeah, here's the paperwork about anxiety. Okay, bye. See you later. That was it. So 3 hours in a hospital, in an emergency room area, nothing whatsoever useful was done whatsoever to Leanna. The drug that they gave her to help her was an hour earlier. That's American healthcare. Now, by the way, I guarantee you, we don't know what the bill is because we don't have it.
He's talking about the bill. He hasn't spoke about Leanna once, apart from, in a, like, shall I say, a loving way, or at least some concern or something like that. He hasn't spoke about her, and he's been given pills, but he hasn't been given enough pills. They haven't cured the problem, but they've put her on the right path. And they've been there for 3 hours, which, fucking hell, I mean, a lot of us can say that's pretty damn good. If you ever been to A&E, broke a bone or something, it could be an all-nighter. Such an ungrateful prick, and now he's about to talk about money by the sounds of it. If he moans about how much it costs for his girlfriend to get sorted, he is an irredeemable piece of shit.
They're gonna mail it, obviously. I guarantee you it's gonna be like $1,000. I'm not even exaggerating. I guarantee you that bill's gonna fucking
Look at him having a go at her.
Be anywhere between $500 to $1,000. I guarantee it. Yeah, she has insurance. She actually is covered in insurance because.
Well, there you go.
She's already under the plan of her mother. That's what was one of the things that Obamacare actually helped with, is that it allows people who are young enough to be covered up to the age of 26 under the health insurance plan of their parents. So she's still covered under her mother. But I guarantee you, we're gonna get a giant bill in the mail for no.
You said she's covered under her mother, so you're not going to get a giant bill. And even if you do get a giant bill, Dave, can you just for once, just shut the fuck up and pay this one? Like, this is one of them ones that you shouldn't be questioning.
Nothing for a pill. Where they could have just handed her the pill and said $80 for the pill or whatever. But instead, they had to bring her to the fucking hospital, and they did nothing. They literally did nothing to help her, and now she's gonna get a giant bill. So there you go. Isn't that a great story, ladies and gentlemen?
They have helped her because, she broke down in a panic attack. They've took her away, calmed her down, drugged her up, found out what's wrong with her. They've done loads. They've just not done what you want. And I can't believe it's moaning about the money. That's really shocked me.
Isn't that great? I mean, it's just such a great American healthcare system, right?
You mean
now
healthcare
she's knocked out,
system?
she's sleeping, in the room because of, everything. She's still on the pills made her all loopy or whatever.
All loopy or whatever.
I stopped and we got food.
Imagine having like a mental health issue and this twat's calling you loopy on YouTube.
Like, oh my God. The thing is, I know if this ever happens again, I'm gonna tell him you are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
What?
You can't give her a pill. You want to give her a pill? Give her a pill, and that's it. Because you're just gonna waste our time again. You didn't help us.
You
at
can't bring her to the hospital.
What I thought when they said
because it costs me money.
They were gonna have like an actual psychiatrist or counselor come in and talk, and let's talk. Maybe I can talk it out and help you with some of your stress or your issues.
That's what they're saying, Dave. The counsellor who comes into the hospital just makes sure she's fine to go home, i.e. she's not feeling suicidal or anything along them lines that come along with anxiety and stuff. Then you go see a psychiatrist and work on it. They're not going to do it all in your 3-hour window in a hospital.
Maybe something happened at work in particular that you can talk through that could help you so that you can get that stress relieved and it doesn't happen again. That was the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. That woman could have been anyone. That woman could have been the fucking janitor that just walked in. Who knows? Because she had no knowledge besides what she had on a piece of paper. And by the way, the article, and this is not even an exaggeration. The article they brought in about anxiety was from 1996. A 21-year-old outdated article from the Mayo Clinic about anxiety.
Because it's always the same thing. It doesn't change. Oh, God. What's he doing?
Oh my god.
Oh no. I can't believe he's up. You've got to be one brave man to upload this about your missus. No way. Turn around. Oh no. You're gonna get copyrighted to death there. So I'll stop it before YouTube erases it. But I didn't talk a super amount because I wanted to watch it because it was one that was really suggested to me. And I want to say thank you for suggesting it. And like, it helps you understand why he gets so much shit now, doesn't it? I mean, if anyone deserves it, it's this irredeemable bastard. He didn't once mention about pandalee or care about her. All he cared about was how long he was there, how much money it cost to get there, how much money it's going to cost to fix her, etc. He just so self-centered, so selfish, and such an asshole. I mean, pandalee was an annoying cow. Let's not all beat around the bush, but no one deserves that. Right, thanks for watching anyway, and yeah, hit subscribe and come and hear me rant about some more Dave shit. I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.